Are the San Francisco 49ers about to make a game-changing move that could reshape their quarterback depth chart? With two backup quarterbacks hitting free agency, the buzz is intensifying around a potential signing that could bring a familiar face to the Bay Area. Could this former top draft pick find new life in the red and gold? Or will he remain a cautionary tale of talent wasted in a struggling franchise? Buckle up, because this could be the pivotal moment we've been waiting for. As we gear up for what promises to be an intriguing offseason for the San Francisco 49ers, there's a buzz in the air about a potential move that could reshape our quarterback situation. Yes, I'm talking about the possibility of Daniel Jones donning the red and gold next season. With both Brandon Allen and Joshua Dobbs set to hit free agency and the general feeling that neither will be back, it's time to consider our options. Could Daniel Jones be the answer? Now, I know what you're thinking. Jones's record as a starter with the New York Giants isn't exactly glittering, sitting at 24-44-1. But let's be real here. The Giants have had their share of struggles, and it's hard to judge a player's talent when they're stuck in a dysfunctional organization. It's not just me saying this. Even Saquon Barkley has had to endure the frustrations of that franchise. When you look at Jones's situation, there seems to be a parallel to Sam Darnold's journey. Darnold was the third overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, faced immense challenges with the Jets, and yet he found new life with the 49ers after a stint as a backup. The fact that Jones found himself benched last season and ultimately released by the Giants speaks volumes about the environment he was in. However, he also has a wealth of starting experience, and let's not forget that he was the sixth overall pick in the 2019 draft. There's undeniable talent there, and if anyone can harness that potential, it's Kyle Shanahan. We've seen how Shanahan has developed quarterbacks, turning them into effective players in his system. Just look at Brock Purdy and Sam Darnold thriving under his guidance. So, could Daniel Jones be the next quarterback to rise from the ashes? With the 49ers, I genuinely believe it's possible. If we bring him in, we're not just getting a backup. We're potentially acquiring a player who can step up if Purdy were to go down with an injury. The pressure of being a franchise quarterback can be overwhelming, especially in a market like New York. But in San Francisco, he could thrive in a more supportive environment, surrounded by a talented roster and a coaching staff that knows how to maximize a quarterback's strengths. Financially, it also makes sense. Jones is likely to come at a reasonable price, especially given his recent struggles and the fact that he spent last season on the Vikings practice squad. This could be a low-risk move with high upside for the Niners. It's a win-win situation. We secure a capable backup who has the potential to grow into a more significant role, and Jones gets a fresh start with a winning organization. As fans, we've seen the heartbreak of injuries derail our playoff hopes in the past. Having a solid backup with experience is crucial to ensuring that we're not left scrambling if the worst happens. And with the offseason approaching, the clock is ticking. March 12th is the date when free agency opens up, and I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers make a push for him. So, what do you think? Is Daniel Jones the right fit for our team? Honestly, I'm torn. There's a part of me that believes in his potential to thrive within our system, but there's also a nagging doubt based on his past performance. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And you, what do you think? Share your expectations and opinions in the comments below. The latest buzz around the San Francisco 49ers is a potential blockbuster trade for Myles Garrett, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Reports suggest a proposal where the 49ers would send 2 first-round picks, specifically the 2025 and 2026 first-round selections, along with kicker Jake Moody, to the Cleveland Browns in exchange for Garrett. Now, this is a tantalizing prospect for any 49ers fan, considering Garrett's elite talent and the immediate impact he could have on our defense. Imagine pairing Garrett with Nick Bosa on the edge. That's a duo that could wreak havoc on opposing quarterbacks and elevate our defense to a whole new level. We all remember the legendary 2015 Denver Broncos, who clinched Super Bowl 50 with a fearsome pass rush led by Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware. With the Super Bowl set to return to Levi's Stadium next year, the parallels are impossible to ignore. Adding an all-time great like Garrett could be the key to making that championship run a reality. But let's take a step back and dissect this proposed trade. Are 2 first-round picks and a struggling kicker like Moody too steep a price? The 49ers would be sacrificing the opportunity to draft young, cheap talent, which is crucial for maintaining a competitive roster. Sure, Garrett's proven ability can bring immediate success, But are we potentially mortgaging our future for it? In a league where draft picks often turn into foundational players, this is a heavy gamble. Now, considering that Cleveland might not have as much leverage in negotiations, with Garrett requesting a trade, could the 49ers get away with offering less? They could explore options to include multiple Day 2 picks instead of both first-rounders and Moody. This would allow them to retain more draft capital for future needs, like finding Trent Williams' eventual replacement, or bolstering other areas of the roster. And then there's Moody. He's had his struggles, especially in the second half of last season. Sure, he's a talented kicker with potential. But does he have a future in San Francisco? Maybe a change of scenery could benefit him. But that's a risk. The Browns need a reliable kicker, and Moody certainly didn't prove to be that last season. So, what do we do here? Do we pull the trigger on this trade for an edge rusher of Garrett's caliber? Is this the type of move that solidifies our Super Bowl aspirations? Honestly, I'm torn. Part of me thinks that adding a Hall of Fame talent could set the 49ers up for immediate success. But I also can't help but feel wary about giving up our future. I want to hear from you, my fellow 49ers fans. What do you think about this trade? Proposal? Is it too rich for your blood, or do you believe it's worth it for a generational talent like Garrett? How do you see this impacting our chances next season and beyond? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. Share your expectations, your hopes, and even your fears about this potential trade. And remember, don't just sit on the sidelines. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay updated with all the latest 49ers news, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Your voice matters, and together we can navigate these thrilling times for our beloved 49ers.